Hello and welcome to Global News Factory. Finland joined NATO, waved the alliance flag, poked the Russian bear, and now it is shocked the bear poked back. Meanwhile, Serbia is getting lectured by Brussels for daring to talk to Moscow, and Germany's economy is gasping after its anti-Russia crusade backfired. And Trump is causing up to Pakistan over crypto deals, making India super furious. So, you have got Western hypocrisy doing cartwheels. This is not diplomacy anymore, it is a circus. Let's begin. Finland joined NATO, then it began throwing elbows at Russia, and now, surprise, surprise, it is shocked that Moscow might be poking back. On Friday, two Russian military aircraft allegedly entered Finnish airspace near the southern coast of Porvoo. Finland's defense ministry released a statement brimming with Nordic restraint. We take the suspected territorial violation seriously. Translation: we played with fire and now we smell smoke. Let's be honest, Finland did not just stumble into NATO, it marched in, waving the alliance's flag, shouting about defending democracy, and tossing military aid into Ukraine like it is handing out Halloween candy. And just this week, Finland pledged 90 million euros worth of heavy ammunition to Ukraine, funded by the proceeds of frozen Russian cash. Yes, you heard that right. They are using Russia's own frozen cash to arm Russia's enemy. If this is not provocation, then what is? You cannot rob a bear's cave, shoot a flare gun into sky, and then act confused when the bear shows up at your door. Finland's defense minister Antti Häkkänen says an investigation into the airspace violation is ongoing. Meanwhile, Moscow has not even broken a sweat. For Russia, this was just a little reminder: you joined the club, now deal with the consequences. And let's not pretend this is unexpected. You cannot sign up for NATO, send bullets to Ukraine, and seize Russian money, and then be flabbergasted when jets buzz your coastline. This is not a love triangle, it is geopolitics, and Finland just picked a side. So here is a memo to Helsinki. Welcome to the big leagues. No more neutrality, no more safety blanket. You poked the bear. Do not act surprised when the bear looks back. And now let's land in Serbia for a while, because Kaha Kallas, Brussels' new missionary of values, has arrived in Serbia with a sermon. Pick a side. Either you are with West or East. Her message is clear. Serbia, if you want to become EU member, do not ever talk to Russia. Apparently, EU membership is not about development, cooperation, or mutual respect. It is a loyalty test, and Serbia's sin? Daring to show up at Moscow's Victory Day parade. So now, Serbia's future hinges not on its own interests or its people's will, but on whether it kneels to the EU's ever-shifting moral checklist. Translation: you are either with us or you are against us. And nuance: sovereignty or non-alignment can go sit in the corner. Let's be real, this is not diplomacy, it's coercion dressed up in bureaucratic lace. Serbia, a sovereign nation, is being told it cannot have its own foreign policy, cannot shake hands with Russia without getting slapped by Brussels. Independence, it seems, is only allowed if it is EU approved. And the cherry on this condescending cake? Kallas casually meeting with Serbian protesters and opposition voices like she is their elected ombudsman. Who exactly empowered her to be the moral compass of Serbia's domestic politics? Can you imagine top EU official coming and meeting with the rivals of President Alexander Vučić? That is not diplomacy, that is interference. This is not about values, it is about control. And if this is what the EU means by a European future, Serbia might want to double check the fine print before signing on. Now let's move to Germany now. Germany wanted to hit Russia where it hurts. Instead, it hit itself in the gut. in the nuts maybe. Now, as energy prices explode, jobs vanish, and living costs skyrocket, everyday Germans are wondering, was it worth it? Now, according to a YouGov poll reported by Die Welt, 58% of Germans say they would leave the country if they could. Now, that is unprecedented, not for a vacation, for good. The reasons: an economy in free fall, spiraling immigration concerns, and a government that seems more obsessed with punishing Moscow than protecting Munich. Let's rewind. Germany cut itself off from cheap Russian gas in a heroic bid to stand with Ukraine, but instead of standing tall, the country is now buckling under its own decisions. Gas and electricity prices are among the highest in Europe. What used to be a heating bill is now a horror story. This is not just winter discomfort, it is economic hypothermia. And it is not just homes shivering. Factories, Germany's industrial pride, are shutting down or scaling back. Energy intensive production has become unaffordable. Skilled workers are being tossed aside. That made in Germany label, it is slowly turning into closed for business. Jobs are vanishing, prices are climbing, wages still taking a nap. Essentials like food, housing, and transport are gobbling up paychecks faster than they arrive. On X, furious citizens are decrying unaffordable living and economic self-sabotage. And while the economy gasps for air, immigration pressure is adding fuel to the fire. 61% of those wanting to leave the country cite immigration as a major concern. It is not about xenophobia, it is about capacity. Can a struggling economy absorb new arrivals when it cannot support the ones already there? Meanwhile, 29% of respondents say they are unsettled by the rise of AfD, Germany's right-wing party. About a fourth worry about Russian threats. But the real fear is not Moscow, it is Berlin, a government so consumed by geopolitical games that it forgot who is paying the bills back home. And in the end, let's shift our attention to India and the US. World's two largest democracies. In a sane world, they would be walking shoulder to shoulder, getting along well with each other. Defense partners, natural allies, maybe even finishing each other's economic sentences. But then Trump walks in and suddenly the script flips. Earlier this month, India and Pakistan were this close to going to war. Tensions flared, and if you are wondering who is the culprit here, think of Pakistan as India's personal Hamas. So logically, anyone claiming to back democracy should be siding with India, right? Wrong. Trump, ever the surprise package, has decided to parrot Pakistan's lines. He is now pressuring India to talk to Pakistan over Kashmir issue. Yes, Kashmir, a core domestic issue India has made crystal clear is non-negotiable.
One, where Pakistan is concerned, our relations, our dealings with them will be bilateral and strictly bilateral. That is a national consensus for many years, and there is absolutely no change in that consensus that dealings with Pakistan will be bilateral.
And suddenly, Trump, who once promised the US would stop being global police, wants to mediate in someone else's domestic dispute.
Trump said, "I am very proud of the strong and unwaveringly powerful leadership of India and Pakistan for having the strength, wisdom and fortitude to fully know and understand that it was time to stop the current aggression that could have led to the death and destruction of so many and so much. Additionally, I'll work with you both to see if, after 1,000 years, a solution can be arrived at concerning Kashmir. God bless the leadership of India and Pakistan on a good job well done."
So why this U-turn now? Simple, it is not about peace, it is about profit. Because guess what? Pakistan has done what it does best, bargain away its soul for a seat at the table. In April, Pakistan's Crypto Council inked a deal with World Liberty Financial, a crypto company co-owned by none other than Trump's inner circle. Eric Trump, Don Jr., Jared Kushner, these are not just investors, they own 60% of the damn thing. The company's homepage even screams, inspired by Donald J. Trump, just in case the branding was not clear. Let's pause for a second. The world's fourth largest economy, India, is offering trade, technology, defense partnerships, and geopolitical muscle. Pakistan, meanwhile, is offering a speculative crypto scheme and a warm hug from China. And Trump picks Pakistan. What a great deal maker he is. And now it makes sense. This is not geopolitics, this is family business in disguise. And for Indians, once major Trump fans, this is a bitter betrayal. Social media in India is full of angry posts. The man who once claimed he loved India is now parroting the views of a state that barely has an economy and thrives on bailouts from Beijing and the IMF. And here is the kicker, Pakistan does not even trade with the US in any meaningful way. No serious exports, no tech partnerships, nothing. But it dangled crypto dollars in front of the Trump family, and that apparently was enough. Now, Trump may love big deals, but in this case, he has chosen a discount bin deal over a full-blown superstore. And India does not need to beg. It is a massive economy with global clout and a billion dreams. But it also does not forget easily. If Trump thinks he can cozy up to Pakistan and still expect goodwill from India, well, he might want to check the mood here in Delhi. Because in this chessboard of nations, Trump just squandered a queen for a pawn. And thank you for staying with me. You're watching Global News Factory.